This episode of the Rogue Deck Builder is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 source for games and gaming accessories, and by GatheringMagic.com, the #1 source for Magic the Gathering news and articles. Hi there, this is Tim with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com. Trying to win a game here with the Defenders deck. I'm going to play one more. Hey, there we go. That is a great hand. I'm definitely cool with having our win con, our card they have to answer, and a removal. So our opponent does have to mulligan to 6. I hope I don't win matches just because of horrible mulls. But we can get some of these temples out of the way. It's going to be the Temple of Deceit. Scry any lands. Yeah, that's on the bottom. And go from there. Getting a lot of lands. I'm only playing... What am I playing? How many lands? 22 lands? And it seems like I'm getting flooded like crazy. A mono blue, haven't seen this matchup quite yet. I don't know how well Ashiok is going to perform against that. Temple Mystery, hated to see another one of those. That is 2 lands in a row, and Carotid is just going to be too slow. So we're going to put it on the bottom. So what we need to go is for a grindy... Is he stuck? If he's stuck on one land, I will be the happiest person ever. All right, it looks like he is. So it's going to be Ashiok here. We can just go ahead and throw Ashiok out. And hopefully, I'd love to see 3 lands off the top. But if I don't, if I actually see creatures I can play, that is good as well. Having trouble tapping those black mana. All right, exile. See what I get. Oh, look at that. Two lands and a Cloudfin Raptor off the top. So he's got to top deck into another land. Which if he does, the Ashiok is something he's going to have to attack into. So Cloudfin Raptor, my own, I could play for 1 and use as a blocker. And he just scoops. Are you kidding me? Why'd you scoop? I have a chance to actually go crazy. Misses his land drop. So let's see if we could actually beat a mono blue. Essence Scatter is incredibly powerful versus mono blue. So is the Devour Flesh, because all you need to do is just disrupt their devotion. The Mistcutter Hydra is going to come in, but Bramble Crushes are not. So I think Syncopates are too hard to cast. Far and away is not that great against the mono. I mean, it is a way to kill Thassa, though, but usually not, because if Thassa is usually an enchantment if you're going to far and away. But you can return her. That's definitely an option. Doorkeepers are fine. Monodic Walls are probably too slow, but we're going to keep them in. Jace is okay. It's not terrible. I'm sure he's going to bring Jaces against me, but Plasm Captures are going to be incredibly slow. So I think this is the route to go. Maybe this is way too many Mind Grinds. Maybe just setting him back with Rifts is better, or I think Syncopates is going to be better. So we'll do a Syncopate and a Far and Away, and we're going to take out, I'm going to leave in one Mind Grind just as a one of. Submit that. Usually mono blue changes up to a control list with well, more of a control list with Jaces and Aetherlings. So I do have to worry about that. But a turn 3 Ashiok is going to definitely be awesome again. And look, it's in our hand. That is great. Problem is no 2-drop. We do have a Putrefy. Our opponent does have to mulligan again. And he keeps this. And see if a Cloudfin Raptor is out again first turn. So Gatekeeper Vine is the best draw ever. And we will actually put that on the bottom. I don't need it at this point. Frostburn Weird. That evolves it. He's going to get in for 1. I do need a way to disrupt his devotion. But the Gatekeeper Vine at least is going to provide me a blocker. The thing about Mono Blue is it tends to be a little bit slower. Master Waves I'm going to keep up with the Essence Scatter. So I think this one we're just going to go get a land. And I do need to keep up Essence Scatters now for Master Waves. Unfortunately, I can't get a Nightville Spectre. Oh, I think I'll be okay with a Guildgate. We can just get a regular forest. We have all of our land sources. I'm definitely okay with just taking damage here. So Nightville Spectre can't come out. If he's able to evolve, again, his Cloudfin Raptor, yeah, so he's going to be able to evolve, put up to a 2-3. But this is going to allow me to block his Frostburn Weird, no problem. And just take 2. So I do need to leave up Essence Scatter. I absolutely cannot risk a Master of Waves. And I need to find removal. So maybe he had the God draw here, and it's just going to Master of Waves. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's just going to attack in for as much damage as possible. And I'm just going to take it. He's going to be able to pump one of them. No, pump one of them. And I'll Essence Scatter a Judge's Familiar here. I'll Essence Scatter anything. I need to use my mana. So Putrefy is actually... Well, we're gonna Ashiok here. Now I'm wishing I would have done that. Now watch the Master Waves come out. So Ashiok can come down. And now he's going to have some choices. Wow. Well, there is land. That does nothing. So we'll block the Mutavault here. He's going to go for me, huh? Block the Mutavault, force him to pump up a Frostburn Weird. And I am down to a 4. So that is scary. Essence Scatter is nice, but with double Mutavaults, I don't think I can do anything here. Get double Cloudfin Raptors off the top. So Sylvan Caryatid and Sylvan Caryatid will be able to block 1. And then I just die to the other because I did not draw a land. Because if I Putrefy, he still gets in for lethal. So it's just going to be a Sylvan Caryatid. Yeah, I had to hit something with Ashiok there to give me a blocker. So I get up to a really slow start. No Abrupt Decays. Yep, he just... That's what I think he does, is he just... And then no matter how I block it, it's over. Okay, so... Alrighty. Again, Fogs is definitely an option with this deck. Let's see if we can go the... Again, Rift is decent. I'm not against Rift. Thinking Far and Away is going to be too slow. And Jace just seems bad. Jace just seems too hard to actually work. And maybe Far and Away is better than that. So Mnemonic Walls also seem very, very slow. We're going to take them out. And I'm just going to Far and Away and a Rift. And submit this. And there we go. We got Ashiok again. And we got a Caryatid, which should be great. So we're going to go Temple of Deceit. And I actually want that. So we'll put that on top. See if Cloudfin Raptor again. No Cloudfin Raptor. So not a lightning fast start. We will take some damage here. And Caryatid. And now I can go for Putrefys if I want. If it is a Frostburn Weird, I probably will Putrefy it. Yeah, I'm going to just Putrefy that guy. And, well, no, I don't need to. We have another Ashiok. This is fine. Devour Flesh is definitely fine. So we can go for Ashiok. See if we can get a creature here. Get Master Waves. That is awesome. Which we could actually cast. So Doorkeeper Master Waves is not terrible at all. But I'm sure he's going to try to... He's attacking into... This is going to absorb us so much damage, though. Thassa. Don't care about Thassa. Because if I Master Waves, though, it kills... Yeah, Devour Flesh is great. I can use it right now. And still Doorkeeper. And I could even put out a Cloudfin Raptor if I wanted to. But we'll just Devour Flesh. And again, I'm going to mill him. Wow, that was a good one. Gives me tons of options. So we can now Doorkeeper here. And it's going to allow him to scribe it. Like I said, mono blue a lot of times is too slow. And one of his Master Waves is underneath my Ashiok, which... I could get out 3 tokens with that with Master Waves. But the Night Veil Spectre I probably will just throw out a Nightvale Spectre. Bite of Thassa, not good. He needs creatures, and there's a Syncopate. So I think we just put a creature into play with converted mana cost 3. Being a Nightvale Spectre. And I'm just going to leave up the Syncopate mana, which I can Syncopate a Master of Waves. Don't care about a Frostburn Weird, and I can't Syncopate it anyway, which does get Thassa active, but when I Putrefy, geez, it's tempting just to let her kill Thassa since I have another one, but we might as well just use our mana here. See if he's got a Mizium Skin. No, he doesn't. And this allows us to tack in with Nightvale Spectre. Hopefully get a land. There we go. So we can play this land. I'm going to exile. Going to back up to a 5. Tiebinder Mage. Another Master of Waves. Not looking good for him at all. We got Syncopate mana up for anything he puts out, and I think that's the route we're going to go. So he does get to keep scrying away stuff that he doesn't want me to get with Nightvale Spectre. Well, he does that before his draw step. So Judge is familiar. Don't care about that. That still does not activate Mr. Thassa. And Master of Waves, which we can actually just Syncopate for 1. No, we have to Syncopate for 2. Because he can Judge is familiar unless I pay 1. No, we don't. Because we could still keep up door mana. So hold up. So if I just Syncopate for 1, yeah, he can't pay it, but he could sacrifice unless I pay 1. Right? Yeah. Okay. And now I can still door and a turn door. For 2. Which gets a Bite of Thassa and a Raptor. 2 things he didn't want. But we can Master Waves here. And attacking with the Nightvale Spectre. No block, which is interesting. Get an island. I actually kind of want that. It's still progressing my lands. Okay, so now I am going to Master of Waves. Which puts in a significant amount of elemental tokens. And we can even Gatekeeper Vine still. Now we're going to go for an Axebane Guardian, because it gives us a ton of mana. And this allows him to kill off Ashiok with his Judge's Familiar, but then he's not going to draw a card. And he's still got to deal with Master of Waves. So he's staring down a potential huge mill, and that's not going to do much against an Ashiok at this point. I mean, I'd be surprised if he actually names Ashiok here, because he could just kill Ashiok. Doorkeeper. Okay, so that stops the mill, and he's going to attack into Mr. Ashiok, kill off Ashiok, which I have another one in my hand. So I'm glad that worked out that way. And he's just going to, yeah, he's in terrible condition, though, with the elemental tokens. So again, another Ashiok can come out. Can't use Doorkeeper. I guess in response I should have used it, but it's not that big of a deal. We'll go ahead and go to our attack phase. Okay, well, I kind of wanted to do that anyway, so that's kind of useless mana because I can't attack with. Hey, that's I don't have to at least use them. That's cool. Unless he's got destroy all attacking creatures. What do you got? Oh, he's gonna kill a Master of Waves. That's right. That's right. But he still takes some damage. Still takes a lot of damage. And I still get a card off the top, which is a Tidebinder Mage. I do not need that. I can cast it if I'd like, which I might as well. But Ashiok number 2 is going to come out. Which gets a Thassa, which is going to be about as awesome as it comes. So I can always tap this for... Let's see. We'll get a Gatekeeper here. Yes, we like to use this ability. We'll go get any one of these Guild Gates is fine. We'll get a Simic Guild Gate. We'll get the Dimir Guild Gate. And... get a Sylvan Carotid. And again, well, he can activate Thassa. Wow, I'm still not out of this. Oops, played that wrong because I could have just played Tidebinder Mage. So I'm still not actually out of this. That's crazy because he can just, if he can somehow get the Thassa activated, which I think he's, yep, Judge Familiar, which does bring in Thassa. Which does draw him a ton of cards too, yeah. Yikes. Which does kill off Ashiok here. To me, and yeah, okay, so he's going to draw a card. Which, yeah, he could lock me down here. Wow, okay, so I think I played that kind of bad, but I still have a Mind Grind in here that hopefully can get me there. And Rift is going to be awesome. Alright, that's going to be fine. So, I think I just Rift right now. One card in hand. Yep, I think I do just Cyclonic Rift Overload. So... might as well just take the damage here, because I don't know if this is going to be enough. Add a bunch of blue. So it's 7. Permanent you don't control. So cast with Overload. Returns all of those. Which then we can... swing in with Nightveil Spectre and get in there for the damage. Which gives me a chase. That is hilarious. Which I could just go for a door. I can still actually activate door. So we're gonna cast Jace and -2 it. And see what he wants to give me. Ashiok, because I'm going to make him... actually name Ashiok. And you know what? We can actually play Ashiok here. And then he's got to play a Needle. And then he's got to go for a Doorkeeper. Yeah, I think that's the right play. So that Cyclonic Rift. All right. Frostburn Weird off the top and some more garbage gets exiled. What was it that gets exiled here? Raptor. He's going Raptor again. Okay, Judge is familiar with which evolves it. And then he's got to choose between Binding Thassa or Thassa here. He's probably just going to Thassa. No, Judge is familiar. So now it's going to have to be Needle. Yeah, Needle naming Ashiok. Or is he going to go for Doorkeeper? Because either way, he's looking at a pretty quick clock. Which he does go Doorkeeper. Interesting. So Ashiok is going to get a free tick. Not liking the breeding pool, but that's fine. Get nothing off the top there. He's down to 19 cards. We will attack in with the Nivell Spectre, which I'm sure he might just group block, group block, group block. Ugh. Why didn't I use the Tidebinder Mage beforehand? So if he blocks, I kill Judge's Familiar. But then I lose it. We won't. Unfortunately, I have to use this to tap down my own... Oh, it's a permanent your opponent controls. Okay. Alright, so that's fine. He still has a lot of decisions to make here. He can't cast a Thassa and something on the same turn. Yes, he can. Wow, he can do Thassa and Bident, which will evolve as Cloudthin Raptor. Yeah, it does evolve it. So he can actually draw a card here or do a damage to Jace, which he does neither. So I'm going to be able to reveal cards with Jace again. Sylvan Carotid is awful. We'll reveal the top. Well, let's mill him again. Try to get anything off of this. Nivell Spectre. I think I still keep back. Who does he attack? If I neg 1, that's going to keep him from drawing cards. I think I still just neg 1 it. No, I'm going to reveal. I'm going to try to get some advantage out of Jace here. Make him attack into Jace. Abrupt Decay, Syncopate, and I'm going to definitely take the Abrupt Decay. Still before my attack phase, so I can actually Abrupt Decay off that Cloudfin Raptor, or just Abrupt Decay off the Needle, which I do believe that's what it is. So we're going to Sylvan Carotid here. Still not out of this, though, is the sad part. And what a turn of events here. And I'll be able to... See, if I Nightveil Spectre and he double blocked, I could Abrupt Decay one off. Yeah, I think it's just a loud Doorkeeper. Even though he can make his stuff... I got his Shrine. I don't think he has another Shrine. Yeah, Frostburn Weird. Don't care about that. It does evolve the Cloudfin Raptor. So Raptor's probably going to kill off Jace, I would imagine. He's going to give his Judge's Familiar unblockable to kill off Jace. And he's going to give his Thassa unblockable. And now he's going to attack in. Cloudfin Raptor probably to me. Oh, both at Ashiok and Jace. So, I mean, I could... That's fine. I mean, I'm fine losing Jace here. He gains no cards. And in fact, I could just kill off Frostburn Weird and attack. And he'd have to block with... Nah. It's going to be Doorkeeper. And activate the Doorkeeper, mill him for an insane amount. Well, 6. And that should be game. with 6 getting milled off the top. Yay, and I get a rage! Oh, he left. Get a rage, man. Please, your deck is not good. Stop playing it. My advice. Woo, Mr. Archon. So tough with your mono blue. Oh, these people. Anyway, yep, that's what happens when they lose to a crap deck. So I'm glad I did that last one. It made my day. This is Kevin with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.